but I was shooting for the stars because I knew I would land somewhere real nice. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel via Glow. If you're new here, my name is Gloria and I'm a full-time reseller on multiple different apps, and I resell clothes and shit. All right, so the first one is actually from a brand called Brax. I actually recently hauled this one, and it's just a pair of men's pants. Never heard of the brand prior to sourcing it at the bins, but glad that I picked it up because I didn't know that these are, I guess, popular in a sense. Because these actually sold on eBay. So right now I do have a sale going on, and I like to kind of put out a sale on eBay twice a month now. But anyways, so these actually sold for $18.74, and I'm running a sale, and I believe it's 25% off. So I priced pretty low on eBay because I don't accept offers, and I want people to buy the items at the buy it now price. So I priced them probably at, other than like $23.99 or somewhere in that price point, but I priced them and I only paid $1.35 for them, so I ended up profiting $15.47 off of these pair of pants. Okay, y'all, I have to move it closer. So the next one is actually this North Face dress. I actually just hauled this one and it sold. I'm pretty happy about that because I know that we all talk about how North Face is really declining, but I do think that it is specific items. Granted, this one didn't sell for much, but it still sold, and that is the purpose of sourcing. We are trying to save items from the landfill, but this one actually sold on eBay, and it sold for my full asking price of $14.99. I did only pay 90 cents for this, and it was in my most recent haul, and I made a profit of $12.69 because, like I said, I do try to price my items on the lower end just so I can get them out quicker, and that was a pretty quick flip, honestly. Okay, the next one is from a new to me brand called Plains Western Wear. This one is a menswear brand. Absolutely never heard of it prior to finding it, but I have been dabbling in the menswear. I know it was a YouTuber that I started following, and he predominantly sells menswear items, so he knows a lot of brands. And I don't know if I had seen this one on there or what, but the tag just kind of looked like it was worth looking into, and I'm glad I did because this one was a, I would say it was somewhat quick flip. It wasn't from my recent haul, but I think I did pick this up sometime either last month at the very end of it or at the beginning of this month, and this one sold for my full asking price of $17.99, and I paid $1.31 for the item, and then after fees and cost of goods I made a profit of $14.70. All right, so the next one is actually this Ava and Viv jumpsuit. This did just get out of a haul, so when you guys are going to be watching my next video, some of these items y'all are going to be like, wait, am I having deja vu? Because I definitely hauled these and they sold really quickly. But I just want to say that, you know, plus size, they do really well. I know that that's pretty much about to be a craze right now. I've been noticing it, that everybody is picking up plus sizes, which I think is great because I think that everybody should have an option on the secondhand market, not just the extra smalls and the smalls. But it may become oversaturated as well. All right, so this one actually sold on that 25% off sale that I'm running for the weekend, and it sold for $11.24. I paid 90 cents for it, and I made a profit of $8.72. And I think that's pretty decent for an item that I planned on keeping. All right, this one was in a recent haul, and this one sold fairly quickly. I thought this one was gonna sell for a lot more. This is a pack dress. This is an organic brand. I'm not too upset about it, you know, just because it did come from the bins, but I think that naturally when I price my items on Poshmark, that 25% off of that price is like my ideal price point, but I'm completely okay with it. It did sell on eBay, and like I said, I'm running a sale, 25% off. Sometimes I am kind of like lowballing myself just because I already priced the item pretty low on eBay to begin with, so then when I run a sale, it's an even better deal. This one sold for $18.74, and I paid $1.35 for it, and I made a profit of $15.53, which is not terrible, but you know, we are really moving out of dress season, so it would have been in my best interest to just get rid of these dresses. All right, so this is actually just a Johnny Was dress. It is a plus size, which was really exciting when I found it at the bins. I don't even know how this one was even left behind, because y'all know I go to picked over bins all the time. I prefer picked over bins just because I feel like I can find more and more things that people leave behind, because clearly, you know, where I go, not everybody is looking for the exact same thing. And the people that I see predominantly of the time are t-shirt bros and then like older ladies. So it kind of works out so that I can find things like this. And I love that about being a reseller. Like, you go there, we are all looking for different shit. Sometimes I do find, you know, things that t-shirt bros would probably pick up. Very rare though. But yeah, I was pretty happy with this find, because Johnny Was at the bins is always a good pickup. This one sold for $41.24 on eBay. Again, this one sold on that 25% off sale. They saw a deal and they scooped it. This was 90 cents from that haul, and I made a profit of $35.50. I did find another Johnny Was piece, and it sold within a day, so I wasn't even able to haul it for you guys. But if you find Johnny Was, especially in a plus size, you gotta pick it up. This one was almost a moment where I was like, why did I pick that up? Because it's a basic. But this brand is called Buck Mason. I recently hauled this, I want to say maybe a haul or two ago, and it sold fairly quickly. This one also sold on eBay. I think I'm doing all the eBay sales first, so I don't use any priority packaging. But this was just a plain tee, and I try to price at market and sometimes under with most of my items. Sometimes I do kind of get brand blind and I overprice it because I'm looking to get a certain amount for it. But for items like this where it doesn't really hold much weight, I don't like to overprice. I like to price it where it can sell, because if it was a bad pickup, I can quickly make my money back plus a little bit more. So I didn't price it high. So this one ended up selling for $12.74. So I paid $1.14 for it, and I made a profit of $10.33 after fees and cost of goods. Let me know down below if you guys pick up Buck Mason, or have you ever heard of it, because honestly, I feel like I had heard of it from a YouTube reseller. So when I saw the label, it kind of like pinged in my head, like pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. And I'm glad I did, because that was a pretty quick flip. 10 bucks off an item I paid $1 for, so I'll take it. This one also sold on eBay. It is a Task Performance jacket. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I never actually heard of this brand. The label looked kind of enticing when I picked it up for the first time. So when I saw this one, I went on and grabbed it again, even though the first piece didn't sell. And I'm actually glad that I did, because this one was getting attention on eBay. I'm starting to think maybe like more, you know, pieces like this will do a lot better than basic, you know, long sleeves. So jackets, lightweight jackets, just things with some type of substance will perform a lot better. And I was happy that this one sold within, what, like 2 weeks. But this one sold for $16.49, also on eBay, also on sale. And I only paid 89 cents for it at the bins, and I made a profit of $13.92 after fees and cost of goods. Let me know down below if you guys ever picked up a brand called Task Performance. I still didn't really do like deep research on it, but I think that it's kind of important to, you know, make your own guess at these items. If you see a tag, maybe just, you know, put it in your cart and then look at it later and just learn a little bit about it. I'm happy that I picked it up. I know next time I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I will pick it up, of course, after I check comps and sell-through rate for the specific item. And yeah, pretty good find. All right, so this is actually a brand called REI Co-op. Again, I love picking up children's clothing. They're great filler items. Yes, I only get about $10 to $15 for them. However, I think that's actually still, you know, something good to get from a child's item. But this one sold probably for the most that I've ever sold a child item for as of late. and this one actually sold for $23.19. This was sold also on a, you know, discount on eBay. This one was getting a lot of attention, and I knew when I first saw it, it was gonna do well just because it was reversible and it was like a puffer. It's down filled. Originally, I think it cost like 60 bucks, I wanna say. So I didn't want to overprice it, but I think I did price it at like $29 or around that. I wanna say, it might be a little bit less. But I was looking to get about 20 bucks for it, and I did get that for it, and I'm happy about that. So this one sold for that $23.19 on sale. I only paid 90 cents for it, and I made a profit of $19.63 after fees and cost of goods, which I say is really good. Of course, we are moving into that season, so people are looking to get discounted jackets and coats for their kids, so you gotta pick them up. This was a item that I picked up at a Salvation Army the last time I went. The brand is called 𝕊𝕌𝕄𝕄𝔸ℝ𝕃. I thought this was just so pretty to you know, pass up, and I thought the brand, you know, was a good brand, but it really wasn't because it sat for a very long time. And to be completely honest, I know that I overpriced it for sure. It finally sold, pretty depressing for the price point that it sold for. And this one sold on eBay, so of course it sold for a lot less than I would have liked. I did not do this right, so just mind your business. But this one sold for $15.98, which was my full asking price. I did just recently relist it. So on eBay, every single morning, I like to go in and end all of the items that are going to be ending soon and then sell similar. I know that amongst the eBay crowd, they say that it's useless and pointless, but I find it to be very, very, very beneficial and very helpful. I've actually, you know, ended and sold similar every single day, and I noticed that when I do that, I end up getting sales from those items. So I don't know, I'm gonna continue to do it. I don't really care what anybody says. I'm gonna do it. But yeah, so this one sold for $15.98. I did pay $3.74 for it at a Salvation Army, so I only made a profit of $14.18. Do I not know how to count? All right, so these actually just sold this morning. These are Free People pants, just kind of like a trouser style. I call them Christmas pants. But I picked these up at a new location. Well, it's not new, but it was new to me because I hadn't been there for over a year. These are just some Free People pants. And the last time I picked up a pair of pants from this brand, they did really well. So, you know, if I see it at the bins, of course I'll grab it. And these sold within what, like 2 weeks, I want to say. They got a lot of attention. These were a smaller size too, so I was really happy about them selling as quickly as they did. But they asked me a question regarding, like, you know, have I washed it? Were these shrunken and all of that? And of course I was very forthcoming, and I said, I am not sure. I am not the previous owner of these pants, but I said I do have measurements in the listing if you want to, you know, just go and make sure. And she ended up sending me an offer, and it was definitely like a, what, kind of like a 45% off offer, but I actually accepted it just because, you know, why not? I think it's still a good profit for me. So she sent me a $20 offer, and I paid $1.47 for these, and I made a profit of $14.53. All right, so the next one is this J. Crew dress. This was actually from 2022, I want to say, so this is very recent. I enjoy picking this brand up. I've been, you know, testing it out. I try men's wear, women's wear, and their dresses seem to perform the best for me. So, I mean, it sucks now that we are moving out of, you know, dress season, but this one was a pretty good pickup. Of course, I got it from the bins, and this one sold for a offer to watchers. So I actually like to send out 25% off offers with discounted shipping at $5.95 on Poshmark. And of course I use 𝕃𝕸𝕊𝕋. Everybody damn near does. But they sent them an offer because I think I had them listed at $35. And they accepted the offer at $26 with discounted shipping. So after fees and cost of goods, I made a total of $17.78. I did pay $1 for it. I don't know if I said that, but I paid $1. So I think it was a pretty good flip. I typically like to use these USPS stickers to kind of close off these tie-back mailers, because I noticed that the ends are always never sealed, and I just have a bad habit of thinking that something is going to happen to my item if I don't seal the sides. All right, so this is a brand called 𝕍𝕀𝔻𝕼. Very basic, but I just couldn't resist. I think this is a great menswear brand. I feel like I need to do a menswear you know, video, because I just recently tapped into menswear, I want to say last summer, and I'm so grateful that I did, because I feel like it's a good, you know, category to be in, and niching down just won't work for me because I am a bins picker, and I kind of like to, you know, pick up everything. But I'm glad that I did, because I do get, you know, not a lot, but I'd say maybe about 20% of my sales from menswear items, which I don't think is bad at all. And for this basic t-shirt, this actually sold for $18. I believe it's discounted shipping as well. Like I said, I have that 𝕃𝔸𝕊𝕋 bot, and it sends out offers for me. So I paid 90 cents for it, and I made a profit of $11.48 off of this item, which I think is pretty good. Let me know down below if you guys sell men's items, or are you a, you know, kind of like a curated reseller? Because I know it's a few of them that I follow on Instagram where they specifically curate their closet, because they want people to be able to kind of like go in their closet and, you know, bundle pieces and things like that, which I think is pretty dope. I'm not really there in my business to do that just yet, but maybe someday, maybe one day. Next one is a bundle, and these are a pair of Chico's pants. They're like those travelers, and then this is a Free People's top. And yeah, I think this is a pretty good, you know, pickup. If you guys just saw my you know, reseller vlog, I told y'all that I don't enjoy picking up Chico's. So when I see it, if it's specifically the Chico's travelers, or something is like going for it, then I'll pick it up. But the brand just doesn't excite me enough to be at the thrift store picking it up. So I only pick it up at the bins, even though it does sell, and I have been having pretty much good luck with it for the most part. I typically only pick up the pants in the beginning, and I waited a very long time before I picked it up again, because I think I picked up one item and it sat for a long time, and I was like, I'm never picking this up again. And I'm glad I got out of that. Why did I only just do one? Lord Jesus. I was supposed to package these together, but I'm over here talking. This Free People top I thought was just too stinking cute. Somebody asked me a question, said, could I try it on? And I didn't say absolutely not, but I'm just like, girl, no. And I understand them. Like, of course you want to see the item worn, because you want to see how it's going to look on you and your body type. But we are all just built completely different. Like, I could put this on, and this could be a dress, okay? And I put it on, and it's a top, a fucking crop top on me, because I have a really large, you know, set of breast. And this just wouldn't look that good on me compared to somebody that is probably flat chested. This may be a pretty little dress on them, you know? So I don't think that it's good etiquette. Well, you know what? I take that back. I think that, yes, ask people, you know, because sometimes people will, in fact, try it on, but I'm not. So this bundle sold for 40 bucks, and I actually only paid $2.01 for it. So I made a profit of $29.99 off of this item. And I'm going to use a box. That was my intention at first. I love selling most of my items on Poshmark, just so I can use the free shipping boxes and the tie-back mailers and the bubble mailers. Like, that's the best part about Poshmark, is that you get free supplies. And this is actually my favorite box to use. I don't know which one this one is called, but this is the smaller box of those two boxes. If you know, you know. Yeah. Also like to seal this one with this sticker as well, just so it won't open up. I'm one of those people. But I'd say this is a pretty good bundle. They bundled it and then they sent me that $40 offer, and I was like, hell yeah. So we got another bundle. This is actually a Disney top, and then these are a pair of cut from the cloth trouser pants. This is also a pretty good bundle. They actually sent me an offer. The offer was initially, I thought that they were gonna lowball me, but then after I went and did like the, you know, quick calculations to see what was the percentage, I think it was only 30% off, which I think that's actually pretty reasonable when you are, you know, sending out an offer, is to send a reasonable one, because 10 times out of 10, they're gonna go ahead and accept it. I know I do. Like if you send, you know, maybe even 35, I think 35 is very reasonable. But yeah, so this was a pretty good bundle and it sold fairly quickly. I think I got these cut from the cloth pants on a day where it was just like really slow, and I was just like, oh, I gotta leave here with something. So
I'm like, I'm leaving here with something.
let me just pick these up. And I'm actually happy that I did. But this bundle sold for $36. I did pay $2.21 for those two items collectively. So I made a profit of $26.59, which I think is not that bad, you know? I think it's a pretty good deal. Let me know how y'all sales have been going so far this month. I still haven't did my books, so I don't know where I am at, but I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I've been having some really good weekends, and that makes me happy. I feel like my weekends are where I'm making most of my money, which we love that. So these are a pair of Banana Republic Sloan pants. I have been picking these trousers up pretty much every time I see them. I tried to vet them down because before I feel like I was just picking them up just to pick them up. But as of late, I've been trying to kind of cut back and make sure I either pay attention to style or the size for the most part. And since these were a size 8, I also like the style. I thought that it was a really good pickup. Damn, they got a big ass TV. I'm sorry, I'm looking outside. The window is wide open. It's raining out there. But anyways, so these actually sold for $21. I think these sold on an offer to likers. I think I typically price these at like $28, and they accepted the offer, so I only paid $1.14 for these, and I made a profit of $15.66 after fees and cost of goods. All right, so the next one is Hugo Boss. These are actually a pair of men trouser pants. I was a little hesitant only because when I picked up a Hugo Boss t-shirt, which was my fault, it sold for $5, and I was just like, oh no, absolutely not. So I kind of had a bad taste in my mouth with the brand, but I ended up saying, you know what, these are trousers, like let's just get over it. And I'm glad I did, because these sold for $30 on Poshmark. I don't think that it was, I think it was probably an offer they sent me, and I tried to hurry up and accept it before my bot sent them a offer, because their offer was a lot better than what I was sending out. I don't know how much I had this at originally, but $30 was pretty reasonable. Someone did ask me a question, and I feel kind of bad because I didn't answer, just because I didn't know. Because if it don't say it on, you know, the care tag or anything like that, then I don't fucking know. So yeah, so somebody sent me an offer and I accepted it. But they sent me a $30 offer. I paid $1.14 for them, and I made a profit of $22.86 after fees and cost of goods. I don't know, I think I'm probably gonna pick up this brand when I see it. I think I've picked up women's trousers, and they've sold as well. So I think I probably should just stick to like office wear and not really their basics, because basics from every brand, just because you know, the label is good, is not gonna be a good pickup all the time. These are a pair of American Eagle Festival Flare jeans. Y'all, I never thought the day would come, but I don't think I'm going to be picking up American Eagle anymore unless it's something similar to this one, where it's a, you know, super groovy ass flare. Just because, you know, they do get attention, don't get me wrong, but I think that before I was able to sell them for over $20 every time, but now it's just pathetic. And I'm not even saying that they are selling for under that. They aren't selling at all. Like, people will like them, but people will not purchase them. Granted, we are about to move into like fall and winter, so people probably will start picking up jeans, but I don't know, because I made it a point, I want to say probably over springtime, to not pick up any type of jeggings from the brand, and that has been working. I've been picking up like mom jeans and stuff like that, and like I try to pick up larger sizes, but it just seems like the brand has lost its, like, you know, spark. So I try not to pick it up at all when I see it, unless it's something like super great, but I haven't been finding that as of late. So these sold for $24, and I actually paid $1.09 for them, so I made a profit of $16.09, which is not too bad. And I kind of messed up because I typically like to put all of my jeans in boxes. So let me know if you still pick up American Eagle, and if you do, like, does it perform well for you? Because she's been really slowing down for me. These are a pair of Free People jeans. They do have a flare to them. I couldn't find the name of them. These could in fact be rare, because when I checked comps, I only found one pair, and it was for $86. And they had a shit ton of likers. So what I did, because I couldn't find anything else on this particular style, I priced mine high. And I bet you're like, girl, it's Free People. But since they had a flare, they have like this, you know, kind of like Aztec print. They are frayed at the hem, like they got a braided detail. They look like they're kind of like a low rise. They just have all the bells and whistles. So I listed mine at $68, which I knew was pretty far-fetched. But I was shooting for the stars because I knew I would land somewhere real nice. And thank God I did, because my box sent out an offer of $51 in discounted shipping, and they accepted it. So these actually sold for $51, and I paid 90 cents for them, and I made a profit of $37.88, which is pretty damn good for a pair of Free People jeans. Like I said, this brand is a hit or miss at times, but you have to price it right in order to get a pretty good sale. And I feel like just knowing that this was a larger size, it didn't have a size tag, but off of the measurements, I think I dated it at like a 29 or a 30. I'm not really sure, but just off of that, it did really well. So yeah, that was a pretty good pickup from Free People. And I think I sold like 4 Free People items today. So that just lets you know that Free People she's still doing okay. She's not doing as good as she used to, but she's still selling. You just gotta price her right. 𝕊𝕋